Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Waters of Humanity, the divine waters from above the dome and the divine waters from within. Comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video. And also hit the like button so YouTube algorithm can pick up this video. Thank you. So I'm going to talk about the demiurge and me surviving the demiurge. Now, the demiurge in Greek means the craftsman, and he is known to creating the artificial material world. In Gnosticism, he is identified as the God of the Old Testament. The Gnostic scriptures portray him as the ignorant, malicious, and utterly inferior to the true, the one, the mother, the source. The demiurge is given many names in Gnostic scriptures, but the three most common ones that I know of is Yadalabrov, Ialdabaoth, and Samuel. So Samuel in Aramaic means blind God, I believe. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, comment below. Or God of the blind. So, and Yadalabrov is somewhere closer to a child of chaos. So this person was made from Sophia because she didn't listen to her heavenly father and made this utterly evil being. Now, I don't believe that story because it sounds very patriarchy. So I don't believe that, Sophia was like a rebel, stuff like that. I do not believe. I believe there's more to that story than what they're saying in the Gnosticism, because they mess up Gnosticism as well. So I do not believe that part, but I digress. So I survived the demiurge, and I didn't know at the time this demiurge was them, because I was in the Patrix. I didn't have a sense of self again, and also I was working a 9-to-5 job. But the demiurge came into a form where I'm sensitive about, and that is older people. I respect older people, and I'm also a Black queer woman, and anything in queerness, especially in the world of LGBTQ+A, I'm very sensitive about too, and I'm prideful of that. So they came in the form of a queer woman. I don't believe that person was a woman. At the time, remember, I was in the Patrix, so I didn't have my spiritual awareness as I do now. So I now see it as that person was definitely a Black M. I can't say that word because I don't want to, trigger YouTube. But you know what I'm talking about, girls, and you understand exactly what I mean. There are two types of beings, especially in the trans community, is ones that really, really are, that have the spirit of the waters, that come from the higher heavens, that carry, the light. And there's ones that literally are just dressing up and want to hide in that community because they're basically hiding from their past. And this person was in the military, and I didn't sense it at the time, but now when I look back at it, that person had a lot of blood in their hands, and they were definitely a liar, because this person was married to a Black woman. This Black male was married to a Black woman at the time, and he lied to, they told me the story that he lied to her after the fact to get her married and get her children. Now, again, Black males, I don't care what form you come in, that male mentality will always stick. That's why I know that they're sharkets. Because why would you lie to your wife to try to trick her to get pregnant, and then you go out there saying that you messing with men? That's actually just sick to me and makes me want to throw up. And I'm not knocking people that, gay stuff like that. I'm just saying that, like, basically lying to your own wife, and then after 20 years, and then you get someone pregnant, and then it's just like, so that's a part of the dark triad personality trait. Anyway, so they lied, about their sexuality, and they lied about a lot of things. This is after the fact, when I was helping them trying to, you know, get a job and things like that because they got fired from their military job. And I was like talking about the city, you know, I live in California, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful, it's inclusive, you know, it's expensive as hell, but it's beautiful, you know, and it's safe. So, you know, after when I spoke about that, then they wanted to move over there. And I shouldn't open my big mouth about my city. Now I'm like terrified, and like I'm recovering from this trauma of the demiurge because, you know, they came in that form of an older Black queer person. So fast forward, the hints that the hints that the higher realms gave me was, number one, I remember one time when I was over their place because they basically, you know, I help out. I'm a helper. I love to help people, you know, organize, help them with businesses and stuff like that. So, you know, I was over their place, and one time I was going to see this movie of Studio Ghibli. It was the creators of Spiritual Way. If you know what Spiritual Way is, you are living under a rock because it's the best movie ever. So I was going with one of my coworkers at the time, and, you know, they picked me up at the place where they were, and I was like rushing downstairs. And, you know, they're old. Okay. This so-called person was old. And I was just like, this person ran. I kid you not. When I got in the car and I saw them outside looking at who I was around, that freaked me out like crazy. And me and my coworker were like looking at each other. It was like, and I was like, okay, bye. But in my heart, I was like, that was so scary. That was hint number one. Hint number two, this person, when I remember one time, because, you know, they didn't know how to dress, whatever the case may be, they were just such masculine like energy. So, you know, they had horrible skin. And, you know, I was helping them out in the mirror and things like that. And I remember looking into the mirror and I was like, you don't even have pupils. I don't even see pupils in your eyes. And they were like trying to like shove it off, like, like, you know, I'm like, that's not normal. Like, and I'm not saying that their eyes were all black, but they had no pupils at all. Like, no pupils. So, and then the third one was, I remember one time I was rushing them to the hospital, and there was something going on in their body. And this person been to the hospital 3 times. And kid you not, this person literally was coughing out green phlegm blood. Now, what type of freaking human coughs out that? I was like, okay, after that experience, I was like, I gotta distance myself from this person. This person is not human. I started to pick up on weird energies. And I guess that after when I started to do that, that's when my energy started to come back to me. And I was like, I have to separate. When I tell you, when I started to separate this person used to come over my place and stalk, sit by my garage area and wait for me to come home. I remember when they befriended one of my co-workers that was jealous of me at the time. That's my light. People are always going to be jealous of me, especially because I'm chosen. So they were jealous of me at this time, and they lived upstairs above me, and they befriended that person just to get access to my building. I'm like, girl. And then the most freakiest part is when they try to move into my building, but they can't because, you know, you have to have good credit. And you have to, you know, have no criminal record. So they could not be in my building. They denied his access. And I was like, thank you. But the end of the story, I will say this. I woke up in 2019, and when I saw the demiurge for what it was, I reevaluated my whole life. I started to really, really change my perspective of how I see people. And I just want to say this. If you are a chosen one and you are going through your awakening, I advise you to do an evaluation in your life of who is who. Because the demiurge literally is this matrix. I'm talking about the false one. So they can come in any form. Just be aware of who you talk to and be aware of how they move. They move of tricking your heart center and what you actually have empathy for. So this is Water of Humanity. This is my story of surviving a demiurge. I didn't put the full details out there. I am still writing a book about that. But I just want to get that out there for anyone that probably did experience the same situation. If you did, please comment down and tell me about your experience. I would love to know. So this is Water of Humanity, chiming out. I love you all, and stay safe and do your inner work and heal. Bye.